New York, with his cry, "One God, one aim, one destiny. Ethiopia, land of our fathers." But it wasn't long before American blacks began turning away.
He came, he lost his culture, his identity, everything. He became a slave. He grew into freedom. Now, the white person has always been living his normal life, his normal growth ever since, right? The black man now getting his freedom, he's trying so hard to balance with the white man. He's trying to prove that he's just as good, he's just as all that. So he's looking so far away from Rasta, in the opposite direction, right? No, the white people now, they have already experienced middle class, this middle class, that. So they know what's happening in the world. So they have time to really go and check out the Rasta saying. They can really, they see it a lot more, to me a lot more white people have understood or been attracted to Rasta than blacks in America, you know.
But Garvey's roots message quickly took hold in Jamaica. It spread throughout the lush countryside and even came to 9 Miles, a northern hamlet set amongst Eden-like beauty and desperate poverty. It was there, on February the 6th, 1945, that Robert Nesta Marley was born. His father, an English army captain, abandoned him shortly after his birth, and he was raised on a small farm by his mother, Cedella, and grandfather, Omariah. At the age of 7, Bob was sent to West Kingston to obtain a grade school education, and there, in the teeming slums, Bob discovered music, becoming part of the ska craze in the early 60s. He formed a vocal group with Bunny Livingston and Peter Tosh, calling them the Wailers, because, he said, they were all born crying. Proudly displayed at all his performances were banners that reflected the 3 fundamental symbols of Bob's Rasta faith: Garvey, Selassie, and the flag of Ethiopia. On stage, one could always see the colours of the Rasta movement: green for the colour of the land, black for the skin of its people, red for the blood they had shed, and gold for the sun overhead. And always at the centre, the Lion of Judah, defiant and unconquerable.
Every man think that his burden is the heaviest. Every man think that his burden is the heaviest. But I still Africa must unite, you know. The only place in Africa that never been colonialized is Ethiopia, ever since. So if Africa going to unite, then we have to unite towards His Majesty, you know, that ideology where His Majesty have. So the whole thing I and I deal with is to show the people the truth. Feel it in the one drop, and we still find time to rob. We're making a one-stop. The generation gap, so feel this drum beat as it beats within, playing a rhythm, resisting against the system, singing, I know Jah never let us down. Pull your rights from wrong. It's the first natural way of living before man take power to himself, you know. Rasta way. Before man join anything. Free art Rasta, you know. They made their world so hard. Every day the people are dying. Dread for hunger and starvation. Lamentation. But read it in Revelation. You'd find your redemption. Come on, give us the teachings of His Majesty.
In 1964, Garvey died and was accorded a hero's funeral in Kingston. His followers, the Garveyites, walked behind his casket, which was topped by a black star, the symbol of his movement. His legacy, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, lived on.
We're making a one-stop, and we're filling the gap, so feel this drum beat as it beats with the blinding rhythm, fighting against ism and schism, singing. Shall never let us down. I know, Jah would never let us down. I know Jah would never.
In 1966, Jamaica witnessed the arrival of Haile Selassie. Garvey's prophecy of a black king now seemed made flesh before the eyes of all Jamaicans.
Every day they made their work so hard.
The right thing upon earth is Rastafari. That means regardless which rights a man have, if him not deal with Rastafari, will reveal himself, because when Christ said him shall return as the King of Kings.
Our frighten them, come on. Give us the teachings of His Majesty, the stick up. We no one, no devil, philosophy. Can you hear? Give us the teachings of His Majesty. We no one, no harder ideology.
As he drove by, Rita, Bob's wife, swore she saw the stigmata, or sign of the crucifixion, on Selassie's hand. Like many of his countrymen, Bob became convinced Selassie was Christ come again as Jesus.
Like that much, I want to see it as signs of the time and judgment. But I know the only thing is Rastafari, because, you know, God no make mistake. And when him say I come as the King of Kings, no guy can come that way. It's him come, so. You know, so that is how I view them things.
After Selassie left, the Rastafarian influence spread rapidly. In defiance of the baldheads, or non-believers, Rastas grew their hair into dreadlocks. For Bob, his dreadlocks were a declaration of his faith. Dread meant dreadful, as in fear and praise of the Almighty, as ordered in Leviticus 21, verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard, nor make any cuttings in their flesh.
Rasta going to die tomorrow. Every Rasta man deal with life forever, in this time. See? So, then Moses and the man laid down the rules. When you take a vow to be a Nazareth, you must make the locks after your hair grow. Now we dreadlocks, your dreadlocks now, it keep it to yourself. In a sense, if it was a trim and shave, maybe you'd end up in a pure nightclub at night time and you kind of accept it amongst the wicked. So when you dread now, you kind of have a confidence to stay and don't get corrupt, because it's not everywhere you go, people gonna like it. So you're conscious of that, so you stay within yourself. And when it's God you deal with, regardless of what men and people want to say.
Rise up, falling fighters. Rise and take your stance again. He who fights and run away lives to fight another day. At the heathen that day, touch up with the heathen that day. At the heathen back again, on the wall at the heathen that day. As a man so shall he reap, and I know that talk is cheap, but the hotter the battle.